Hey y'all, it's yours truly 𝗦𝗶𝗫 and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I thought we would have a little get ready with me session and talk about the first time I ever got drunk. I know. So, you're in for a ride. So just, chill out, relax, sit back, whatever you're doing right now, and enjoy the video. So I'm about to get ready because there are people coming over to our apartment for this little potluck thing for my cousin. Today is his birthday. Shout out to 𝗦𝗨𝗥𝗕𝗏. By the time y'all watching this, his birthday will probably be over. But still in this moment, shout out. Y'all go check out his channel. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and start by washing my face first, and then we'll get this video started. Well, it started out like this. It was the summer before I started college. So yes, I was 18 and I was underage. If you're underage and you're watching this, please wait before you are of age, because trust me, it is not worth it and you're not missing out. Honestly, you're not missing out. So anyways, I had just left the gym with one of my friends, who by the way isn't really my friend anymore, but that's another story. And I'm not really gonna go into detail about what I'm doing with my makeup because I feel like I've done this kind of video millions of times, so I'm just gonna do my thing. But yeah, me and my ex-friend were leaving the gym, and we decided that we wanted to have a little fun that night. So she called her brother to see if he could get us some drinks, Mind you, this is all random. Like, we decided to plan this night in the moment. Like, we literally left the gym and just decided that, let's be bad. Let's be bad kids, I mean, I'm not saying that you're bad if you done this before, but this wasn't my thing, okay? I didn't do stuff like this. So yeah, it was just planned randomly. And it's funny because I actually know the exact date that all this happened. It was July 8th, 2015, because I still have memories in my phone from that night. Like, if I go back into my Google Photos, I'll find like videos and pictures of me and my friends. Yeah, it was literally like a month before college started. So the end of the summer, I was about to start college. So anyways, her brother was like, yeah, whatever, I'll buy y'all drinks or whatever. Obviously we just couldn't snitch or whatever if something was to happen, because then he would be in trouble and we didn't want that, especially not for someone who's getting us drinks. Oh, and by the way, I don't remember having to pay for these drinks, so pretty sure they were free drinks. So at that time, I was working at 𝗪𝗡's, and that little 𝗪𝗡's money was getting spent. So your girl didn't have no money. So we just had to meet him later on to pick up the drinks, and that was that. I think we met him at a gas station. Yeah, we met him at a gas station, and we were in my friend's car, and we had to hide the drinks. I'm pretty sure we put them in like her trunk. If I'm not, it was weird. It was all sketchy. If I would have drove by and seen this like encounter happening, I'd have been really like looking, because the way we went about it was very like you could tell we were some kids up to no good. Okay, that's that. Mostly during the summer when I was 18, I was hardly ever at home. Like, I was always with my friends. Now, we was always having innocent good fun, because me and my friends, we didn't roll like that. We didn't do nothing crazy. We made a few mistakes here and there like any normal teenager would, but we were always pretty good. We never got in trouble. We never did anything. We would just hang out. We would mostly go on like these long car rides and just blast music. Who knew where we were driving? We would literally just get in the car and drive. That's it. I mean, we obviously knew not to go too far or whatever, but that's all we would do, was get in the car, blast loud music, and sometimes have these little rap battles or whatever. Like, we would freestyle. It was funny. I won, just so clear. But yeah, just had to throw that in there. Like, me and my friends, we were good. We weren't bad kids or anything. We just, had some moments. We met her brother again. Like I said, we met him at a gas station and he gave us the drinks. So the drinks that we ended up getting were, I don't know if people still drink them like they used to, but I'm sure y'all know what they are if you're watching this and you are of age. Okay, those Ritas, like those strawberries, raspberries, yeah. To this day, I cannot drink those. I cannot drink those at all. But so we got some of those, some Ritas. I think I drank mostly the raspberry ones. I don't know, it was tasting like juice. But anyways, we're not there yet. We're not there. So we called up two of our other friends And we told them, you know, this plan that we had. Like any other teenager, they were down, you know, they wanted to have some fun too, you know. So we told them the plan basically, and we all got in. Okay, so I'm just gonna name these friend number 1, friend number 2, and friend number 3, okay? Friend number 1 is the first friend I talked about, the one I was at the gym with, who we're not really friends anymore at that. It's okay. So anyways, friend number 1, we all were in her car and we were just driving. I have a video, but I'd have to see if I can get their permission first before I post it. I mean, there's nothing crazy in the video, but obviously it would show who they are. And it's nothing. We were just driving down the road, like headed to where we were going for this night of fun. So we were in friend number 1's car, headed. Okay, so we ended up talking friend number 1's aunt into letting us stay the night there because she had a really nice house and she had like this whole downstairs area that we could basically have to ourselves. So that's where we ended up. Oh, that's something I wanted. So that's where we ended up staying. You know, my friends, their parents aren't like my parents, okay? You know, everybody's raised differently, but my parents are very strict, okay? Well, they were. I mean, to an extent, like they didn't like ruin my life or anything, but they were very strict and had those rules. But you know, me being a teenager, I wanted to do what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. So we all had to like call our parents or text our parents and let them know what we're doing. Personally, me, I like to text because I'm not a good liar. And I felt like it was easier to text. And mom, dad, whoever, if you're watching this video, I'm sorry because they probably don't know this story, but I'm just putting myself out there today. So anyways, I told my mom, I asked her if, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, I stayed at my mom's that night, like it was her weekend or something, and I asked her if I could stay. It took a lot of convincing, but she finally said yes, because again, that's not something that you do. I don't know if it's just in black parents' houses, but we don't spend the night with people. We don't do that. So I talked her into it. She let me stay. So the night goes on. It's me and my 3 friends, and we're at friend number 1's aunt's house having a good time, okay? Now we done cracked open the drinks. Hold on, let me stop because I keep doing this and there's nothing left to put on. Side note, I bought the matte one of this Morphe setting spray. Do not buy it. The one in the white bottle, not what I thought. I thought it was gonna be the mist like this one. This is the one that I was supposed to get, but I see matte, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna get that one instead because I like my makeup to look a little matte. It was like a gel. Just don't, trust me, get this one. But anyways, back to the story. I gotta let this dry on my face. We were at her aunt's house. We cracked open the drinks, okay, the Ritas, and I took my first drink, okay? Your girl was guzzling. I had never drank before, so I was like throwing these drinks back. Like, they tasted like juice. That is dangerous, okay? If a drink ever tastes like juice, you probably don't need to be drinking, especially if you don't know what you're doing like me, because I was guzzling them things, like thinking I'm supposed to feel something after like the first drink or the first sip, and I wasn't. So I'm like, maybe I need another one. Chugging, chugging, chugging like it's a soda. To this day, I still have a problem with drinking slowly, but we're not gonna talk about that. So anyways, I was guzzling those things back, and finally I'm like, y'all, I'm not feeling anything from these. Meanwhile, friend number 1 is turned. She's over here guzzling these things now too, but she's feeling it. I'm not feeling nothing yet. Again, this is my first time. I thought I would feel it a lot quicker from what I heard, since it was my first time ever drinking. No. I drank like 15, literally. Okay, no, I probably drank 11 by myself, chugging them. And you know, the faster you drink, you can drink more without feeling it, but then it's gonna like hit you at once. That's what happened. So out of nowhere, I am litty, okay? At this time, I had already broke up with my first ever love that I was with for 4 years. I had broke up with him that's this same summer, and I was drunk texting him. I had called him and texted him, like it was crazy. Like I was literally blowing his phone up. I don't even know if he remembers that, but I was, because I remember, and it was embarrassing when I realized it the next morning. But anyways, so I was calling him. We was just and I ended up becoming like this angry drunk. I don't know if it's just because like all my emotions I was feeling from the breakup this summer or what was happening, but I started getting angry. But nothing crazy. I wasn't ready to fight my friend or nothing, you know. I was just like angry in the moment. So that happened. I'm still drinking after I'm already feeling like this. I'm still drinking, not caring about the consequences apparently. And yeah, maybe like 30 minutes go by and they're trying to hop in the hot tub because there's a hot tub at her aunt's house in the back, and we were like right there at those outside doors so we could just go out there and get in the hot tub. So they're like, let's get in the hot tub. I'm like, okay. So we all brought our bathing suits. So I put on my bathing suit because, you know, back then your girl was looking right. These days, not so much. But anyways, okay, I gotta stop. So we all go out to get in the hot tub. Apparently, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, we didn't actually even get to get in because it hadn't been like cleaned or nothing yet. I don't know what the problem was, but I don't think we actually got in, so we basically put on our swimsuits for nothing. But so we come back in the house, we change back into our clothes. So friend number one, this is when it starts getting crazy. This is my whole drunk night, you guys. So friend number one comes back in and she was texting these guys and she was like, hey, so and so, these are the guys, wants to know if I can come hang out with them and I want you to go with me. Like all of us, but our other two friends weren't going. They were not going. So they were like damn near asleep basically. Like it's late at this point. I don't even know. It's probably like the next morning. I don't remember the time, but I know it's probably like morning at this time, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, I don't know. So they're not going. They're like, no, we're tired, we're about to go to sleep. If y'all want to go, that's fine, but just let us know when you get there, when you're saying all that. I don't want to go. I keep saying, I don't want to go, no. And then this is when I really started getting angry. Like, first of all, I'm drunk. And friend number one keeps pressuring me to go, like, come on, good. Like, basically almost dragging me. And I'm like, I don't want to go with him. I don't want to go. Like, this is my first time ever drinking. I'm a little paranoid. So I was like, I don't want to go. Finally, she talks me into it, I guess. I wasn't even thinking so much as I don't really want her going by herself, but I just didn't want to go, okay? I didn't want to go. Anything could have happened. Don't let people peer pressure you into doing things you don't want to do. Drunk or not, try to just stick to your guns, okay? So anyways, finally she gets me to go. I remember them pulling up outside of like the subdivision or wherever we were at, and I didn't even wear shoes, okay? I was in my socks. The grass was wet, okay? We got in these guys' car. There was like 3 guys in there, like 2 in the front, 1 in the back, and me and friend number 1 in the back. So we're sitting there. All I remember is laying against the window and like swirling. Like I felt like I was on a roller coaster. That was the longest drive of my life, and all I remember is us hitting like a pothole and they try to blame friend number 1 for it because they came and picked us up, and I'm like, I don't know, it was just a whole story. So anyways, we finally get back to where we were going with those guys, and we ended up at their apartment. Again, mom, dad, if you're watching this by any chance, I'm so sorry, and you raised me to be a great, wonderful person, and these are nights I'm not proud of, honestly, but I'm very thankful that I made it out, okay? And if you're watching this and you're a younger viewer, please don't do nothing stupid. It's not worth it. You are not missing out. Have fun with your friends, but you don't have to do all this, okay? We end up at the guy's apartment, and I'm with one guy, and friend number 1's with the other guy, and then there's another guy downstairs on the couch asleep. I made a complete fool out of myself, okay? This is where it gets really embarrassing. I tried to strip. Okay, I tried to strip. I remember my friend coming in the room and I was trying to strip, and they were like, no, 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 J-Maya, no. And I had my ponytail all the way on the other side of the room. It's just very embarrassing. I don't even know if I should be telling this story, to be honest. Yeah, nothing happened. I just know that I embarrassed myself tremendously. So finally, they taught me, well, friend number 1 taught me, first of all, no, I'm not gonna say it's her fault, but I wouldn't be in the situation if it wasn't for her, okay? And her ideas and all that. We went back downstairs and we told them that we needed to go back because it was getting late and I was acting wild. Apparently friend number 1 has been doing this before. She knows how to drink, okay? I did not know how to drink, so I was trying to party. I wanted to strip. I wanted to throw my hair everywhere. I don't know, okay? I was just out of it. So for our other 2 friends, 2 and 3, were calling us like, where y'all at? We've been gone forever. Apparently it didn't feel like that. I mean, I had no concept of time. I mean, I'm drunk. So we go back to her aunt's house and we're running down this hill. My socks are soaked and I don't even remember not wearing shoes. I was like, where are my shoes? Like I had just left, not even thinking that I needed to put shoes on, and I was coming back and my socks were soaked. So I was like, okay, what's going on? So anyways, we get back to the house. We're downstairs, you know, about to go to sleep now. It was a crazy night. I was nervous the whole ride. Like it was just awful. I had the worst anxiety. I think this is when anxiety started. No, that's a lie. But anyways, so friend number 2 and 3 were asking us what happened. We was telling them they were halfway asleep. So we told them what happened and we basically went to bed. Now, I forgot to mention this part. I had my mother's car, okay? She let me drive her car to hang out with my friends as long as I came back in the morning to watch my sister or something like that. I think I had, yeah, I'm pretty sure I had to watch my little sister in the morning. So I had to come back and have the car, and my mom had to go to work. So I was like, okay. So I wake up the next morning beyond tired, okay? I got no sleep, basically no sleep, because I think by the time we actually came back and went to sleep, it was probably about like 4 or 5 in the morning. I had to be back, I think at like 8. I don't remember, but I remember laying on the couch downstairs, finally falling asleep, and then waking up right away. I still felt drunk when I woke up. I didn't know this was gonna happen. So I still felt a little drunk, and I had to drive my mother's car back home so I could watch my sister. So I get back home, and by the way, my sister wasn't even there. She ended up staying somewhere else. So I left early and did all that for no reason. So yeah, you know, it's funny because I remember my friend number 1 picking us up. Oh yeah, I did have to go pick up my mom's car before we went because I remember that was the rules. I had to come back, when I convinced her into letting me stay the night in the first place. But anyways, sorry about that. My camera started acting crazy, so I had to fix that, and I went ahead and put on my eyeliner. But anyways, so as time went on, I ended up running into these guys that we had seen that night when I was messed up, and I seen, you know, all the missed calls and things that I sent to my ex, and was very embarrassed about it. And I tried to hide this for the longest. Like, I didn't tell anybody about this night. I mean, except for obviously my friends that were there. So every time I would run into these guys, this would be them and this is me. Like, I would not go near these guys. I was so embarrassed about that night. Like, but it was my first time ever drinking, and I say this to say, do not drink if you are underage and don't know what you're doing, okay? Don't let people peer pressure you into doing things because it's not worth it. You do not have to get drunk to have a good time, period. Like, you do not have to drink alcohol. None of that has to be involved in order for you to have a good time with your friends. But, you know, I was naive and didn't care and wanted to jump into the shallow pool that I already knew had no water in it and figure it out for myself, like any other teenager does. But if you end up being one of the smart ones, don't. It's not worth it. I'm telling you, you're not missing out on anything unless you're like me and you want to be embarrassed forever. Like, I will never forget this night or this story. Don't get me wrong, good memories to look back on, but I could have made it through 5 years without that story in my mind, without knowing that happened that night. And honestly, it could have been a lot worse. Like, those guys that we ended up with could have been a lot worse and could have taken advantage of us, or who knows what could have happened. So just be smart. If you're gonna drink responsibly. It's really not necessary, honestly. And now I think I drink so much when I wasn't old enough to now I don't even care to drink anymore at all. Honestly, like, it's rare that you see me drink. But yeah, that's the story of how I first ever got drunk. I'm gonna finish my hair and makeup so I can get ready for this little potluck. And yeah, thank you all so much for being here today, and I hope you all have a great rest of your night. It's 5:55 here right now, and I will see you all in the next video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and y'all have a great day. Bye. I guess it would only be right to show you all the finishing look since you listened to my terrible drunk story, but yeah, this is it. And I don't know what I'm wearing yet, so yeah. Okay, bye.